sima abantu mwena abatwatsize abatushendekereze abatwatsize okushendekereza katata mwebare tugumya no kutsigaho emirimo yanyu kuba neitu yebare Daddy Auntie D Lilian Andrew n'abantu mwena abarugomuka kutukwatsa Ruhanga abahereza umugisha rukunde gumeho katata. I love you deeply and I will always remember the beautiful, wise and caring person you were. You are now at peace and I trust that the Lord will receive your soul with mercy. We will miss you, but your legacy of love, faith, wisdom will live in our hearts forever. May God rest Katata's soul in peace. Joan Muhami. Mukama simo jo speech ya Joani abantu mwena mwebare kumpurikiza abarugomongara n'abasima kandi abenje n'abareba mwebare kunkurata mukama simo.
mwaka mshagwija n'ebintu bisya amakuru marungi ngagagatahamu kutandikana 2015 byo kwa kabiri. Sky TV neja kuhinduka leta ya West kandi furuchari ma Crystal Road ezo makaga yago murembe agine technology ya mani okuruga buraya manye byoma byawe nibireba ko muntu mushawo oyizu cyangwa cyano zona tizirahinduke aza muneza kumara bishatatana na mukaga zuku zero mushanju Star Times binankaga na munana free to air not ina munana iwe tukuru kwa remote yawe ogira ticha tayari West irakayi.
Sky TV irakari abantu
bamwe bija bamutasira omukazi okushwera baitu bwaba bakabaguma bamutasira abakazi banyanyazi bamutasira abakazi barungi bona bareba batasira James mbwenu hariho omwana omwe bakandi bamweta Benon Kangume, may his soul rest in peace. Yija yamugamba ati hazahariyo kumwishi atonkwenda ngo orebe hatakata kumenya ngo waitu hariyo omwishiki omuto munonga ahubwo abandi akanabamenya yayangaje ati nibamanya bona Kangume yange ati ngaha tufe kwija atore bogo beija mbarira kandi mu vacation ya senior 4 bandeba bagenda ndio mu vacation ya senior 4 kuna abiri ndi aho Kangume yagaruka yanjye atwite nomanya turi umusheje kurebere ati nanda kushwera. This was like a joke because in my family can't treasuring education hati no ferwota ohereze senior 4.
Long story short, nashweru yija yagambirishe na nyina nashanga yija yantebeza ngo katata kari munywani wa my father kandi akashomesa mawe bwenaha ito twineho ubuzare bw'amani munonga n'omukago
nani nkushaba jengo nijaha n'abana betu nani nkushaba inkweshengereza abo kuba niyo reason why I'm here. Nyoko neziraha mbe nagambira mu kanisa hati ubwo musheja n'omusheja w'amani nawe ninkaishe ukana ushoti hariho omukazi orikubasa kushwerwa mugira ukana ushoti naza kuruga nk'omwiguru standards kazira high munonga kunogira ngo bakandi batera obururu tinkuhamya ngo nkani mbasa no kubasa aho kwa nenyishka James akagambira munyanyazi ninye no amarimi ishe nazarwa na mawe munyanyazi yambya ati what atabakazi bona bari umunsi noza kushwera ogugu oyabera gambira kandi umuto munonga tine wabe nandeba really ndiya ha level ya umushejo wabera ari private secretary to the president. He has a first class degree in law. ashomere Manchester azayihereza distinction in masters akari umuntu w'amani mnonga kandi ubwo njye nkanta kwendwa no kumushwero wabo kuba kandi mtu. He had to do a lot of convincing to accept him. Yet on the other hand, aheru bakandi bareba ngo timushyikire no kumuhika. Mwene hata n'umuryango no gomsheje timushyikire. Nigira nawe hindiki yabe nareba umesho. Abo kubatuzera abana betu mbaba abehanga yatwereze ntaburaho umwana umwishiki ariyo boarding nashobera hare tutubasize kumurera konka niyo family yanjeje mbwenu mbe nagambira arkatata nyoko nashwirwe standards ezo hata kandi rwomukaye ubutetsi bwinji mnonga bari kumanya tata ekigambo kikari omurungi wanje sweet wanje omurungi nakwata nakusese katate bya batakubasa kukora hati kwabe bikorosho hati waboti utwaza kuba nkumfa mutuma hati nkeja in an extreme family nje mukurebera ngo abantu kubalancinga different backgrounds imwe murebe ngo nekintu cy'amani munonga kurengwa abakazi nkaka mama bibargayo nibashye imyaka nkaganene kushanga umuntu mutakwatirina tol mukabasa kugumiserezana kusye imyaka ejo so kunezire nkani ka first born no maba first born baba harasinga ngo babehemwa abantu babito mwaga babatwariza kubirera baba last born baba up ha bateta batetera kimwe konka omyejo nkeja nareba ngo nientwaza yakuba nandangu akukanje akwito mwaga okutyo bwara kwihemu cyarkwenda kandi nyoni hati nyonaza no James nani mgambe mukasheshe nti with katata you are guilty until proven innocent oko working backwards oko ijoro mbi orubukimwe cyona then hato in proving yourself ngu actually oryo mkozi oryo myonjo you know tokugenda fa to ito tukatshaborsa kuzo majenyi mukana mutereba aho majenyi konka tukatubatwide kushaborsa not from him but from katata obumwe ninyushika kucyabere kirenga washota majenyi mwatahamenje James ajya tota tozomuka atogendora aro mu hotel atakwa katata takuza ku understanding ngo rigiro mbugenyo wazo muriyo akana kitwara nko kubakizengereze you know konkambe tukaturiyo mu different era ya hati twatutatahire ine majenyi twatutazikire ineho oshot kandi twabantu kandi nawe yije yakimanyira hati twarekeraho no kushaborsa yatuyetsiza yamanya ngo niyo life yituru muhatejo nyewe James kuyabera banaganira na katata kanta basagamba one time bakandi baganira nanye naza kuchipinga in kuganira please I'm talking to my son najantati ntomgursogo yanaga when akana treasuring James nebyo bikabitansa sabo kuba nkareba umuntu uri kukunda umwana we ngo nyoje tinkumanya no kumanya abo kuba ihamba ryo mugurso tinkumaho kuza kurita naba bishkurunyo abarkunsasa mnonga nabana be nabeshibe nabeshkuru abo kwaka batetsa mnonga ebe mukura byone bikubyo biha really when baza kubishanga yahande uko kamama naho namatari yatyo mzagumana shana bakubarayeje kubeta then esumzaje za katata zomkasheshe akatera 6 o'clock in the morning nkamba ninchimanya kamba nimanya that phone call either near state house na near katata na kwatino ndijur kutera James Shahez amanya program yeyona hata mwachi kutera nkazasha mukaga ninchimanya herizoba naza kuzo parliament mwabazyo naza kubaine dignitaries bakurgaha ebina benta kumanya hanyonyi yana agenda the first thing he switch on his phone kuyabera tawes nari nabo uriya banamutera abo kwa kamugambira tureza kulandinga nkeze sha bueno commitment yo gomugusi tinkwenda no kuzombinja abo kwa abantu bona babigamba konka niyenda kwebaza ka mama hati nyowe hino mnabere kankajya tubona nsaguma habunkenke nsigambira my mother ko yashomeyise atunoza kubaza ati we yekwateka mama atakwaburi okuyabibasize ati kandi nti James nawe nazaguma ritafate atwazeti omwanja te atiteshe shtuwe ya Mzee atunana yanga nabawe konga ataine mix yeshe na nyina which he does really he's a diplomat so kamama ni kusima abo kutugumi kwija tukagambira feelings zetu okatugumya kandi ito ntuza kurebera omurubu kimwe cyone abo kuba obere kizampo cyetu kirungi nyowe nkakunda abamuru bona n'abakimbira bona n'aba bana bona bari kukira babari hano bagamba bakurira mu makagaitu aho kwa nyonka kurira mu kampango yarukunda mpango myanya z'abagambira nyo ninkunda abantu munonga kandi ninkunda kutambira abantu tinkwenda ngo abantu bagende bafa kubikana turi kubasa kuba nabo mbwe nimba kunda uko amurigiremo abahuriye n'ibyo bice time terho katata nimshabire cyumuro kirungi nisima hanga ngo akaroko kaje namuhera abere na manyakuru so no cyakubaza lasting cyabe nanda kwetesa akacyetesa hanga kandi tumanya fosho ngo ari yo mwiguru aza kushanga yo mwana we daddy baganire bashemerwe
amakuru marungi ngagagatahamu kandi kanabiri 15 byo kwa kabiri Sky TV neja kuhinduka beta yari West kandi furucyari makrista road ezo makaga yago murembe agine technology ya mani okuruga buraya manye byoma byawe nibireba ko muntu mushawo oyijo cyangwa cyano zona tizirahinduke azamu neza kumara bishatatano na mukaga
byose bintu bingi akakira koti ngo Bible akwate kwenda gamba bintu bingi anshaha zagenzire n'abandi bona bagamba atwegese bintu bingi akatugambira akabikora rimi tukakora na tushomera Yakobo urukwera chapter 3 ningira barabene Bible numija kugishoma katugambira rimi kururubi kugambiswa kugambira iryo ukagambe kintu tabanze kukitekateka ningo takumoka cyurukuza kwija kwihatura bato abatura nakitugambira na hati twakuzire buri kwijaha twaza nko mu family meeting twaza kugenda atushomera Yakobo rukwera akatugambira ine kibi ubutagira amagezi g'ekibi atumutiye se ibintu bingi munonga kandi nsima rahanga tukabikurata twababara ngo beja bari aho bari bagema maraye imyaka kongo bunu nkanye muko mukasheshangira ta ateri izoba mawe atuwamuheza nambwe nabo bagamba amanya bakantumwaga mabakantera nyubaka batakanteraga tinkumanya na mwaga atakanteraga tinkumanya na mwaga akataka binkoraga ibyo atataka ari umuntu w'imbabazi munonga kandi urukunda abana aturebera icyo bantu tugarukayo Kampala tutera amasumu mataha tukija kunuya tubuza mwari amuyiguta mushemereirwe atutera mwine sente murije mutarubona ndiho mani nja kugenda numfa konkani mouth twija ubu yafa in fact nkandiyo kuba twetsere twaza umwe kidiyo nayanga kutahamo abandi bona batahamo naguma hero umutima gunjira ngutahamo gundi utazayo ugundi kutuzayo gundi kutotazayo kunahereze nayanga haza najya ntuba nayangira kuba tugizire ngo yafa aho namanyi ko najya ntukurunazayo maybe nkagizire nkamusiwire akuba atakafire urwa kabiri nkaterera kenesi nyecuro nambuza ntukatata yasibata ataza yakumbuza nkataka kurebere ntanti nyinshi akayininje urwa kashatu ndakukanzayo kunagiyo nashanga atakimanya abantu so ngubani inzo muri 15 inzo mu kidiyo ngo nkamureba ndeba maybe mujantenti ndi ahaneje nano urwa kanati ndamurebere yafata murebere murebero rwakaruka kandi igiye kumuroro wa mukaga yanzira ati ataza nakureba nabwo akari mu kidiyo atanakureba burija kangira ati nkwe nangogo muki ntitaho kawe yitwa cyantunganze so ko yari mu kidiyo ari aza oxygen kanyine mukajavana atanakorogo muki ntinga ntene bivera bajoye katente beno tinyine binje byo gambara katata hangano atwire buri kimwe cyona tine kituretengire katata hanga kwe cyumuro kirungi mkama simwe nyene banyeta Rio Julie Kamucha ntakagambire abantu bona abantu mwe babasima kandi babakira konka ntakagambire na nyenda kubanza kuintroducinga my father-in-law hakucarebesha babiri Canon Sabit Mahirane warga kunjiri hamwe na neka yawe n'abashemerwa Mahimuri, then my colleagues from Uganda Civil Aviation Authority Bejana General Manager wetu Mr. Emmanuel Barunji, Shemerwa Mahimuri, and abatkurata hitoiti tukaza kiyonga abaragambende mbarebere nyekiro mwebare kunkorata bwenu ebyakatata ari bingi kandi baragambere konka kongera ahari Josette byagamba tumhire kitinsa okisyo byabyama twena katata tegekere kandi wikiriza yategeka na hatu buri muntu ayineka yena katata tegekere kandi wikiriza yategeka na hatu buri muntu ayineka ye konka wandoza kora ikintu muka yawe Jackie yakigambire no mushawarusa kandi yakuzibira tokikora katata tumuhire kitinisa cye kandi nyinji birungi yatucwa abantu twine mu byayi nyinji birungi yatucwa abantu twine mu byayi
twatugeze kuba abantu bari very private namwe nyo tinkamya nkwine omuntu orikumanya ebintu biri kufa omukomu konka kandi ebi byona ebirungi bagamba kunogira ngu akabitwegyesa yatutamu egyo disipulini yabikora konka enyuma ye hatarimu omukazi ohuriire ka mama tukatakuza kubiforowinga yebare ka mama kuba omuntu murungi nyo nturaninga nyowe ninjya ninye munywani wa katata aha munonga buri umwe nakimanya tuterera n'amasumu tugamba hamwe tugamba n'ebihama eby'omunda ndabona kubanja tubibiri nyine n'abanywani banje nibamporereza nija hamba hanite kwagamba my father mwenu nyine aha murumo wanda kambuza ati naye Juli n'omuganda ati naye Juli atoina mama wo nti nyina ati naye sikuriranga ngo mwogerako nti my mother ntari very quiet nti n'omuntu murungi w'omurokore nti konka hunami nti nyo nyenda borwari and that's my dad nti shansa character tukikatata nti nanterera atakashire uza kuba kubya kabura gamba anterera buri zoba mwene katata was fine bya katata tubikwayo tuganira katata tubenthana akanterera ninkwenda nisha hanamureba toyimche kare atene kinkwendera ntikare yangira tozo umuntu zanjye atanakwemkona totere nyina yo kwenda naza munate inda najitwaro wanje kiyonga hati yasemwe nyina mushanju konka burtagi yazo hariho GWK George Wilson Kagwanjire ntense yawe ninja kugirisa kweri fandi yajibyara and I will do it katata turana ntebeze mbozi nyingi ntusheka nabasaku namwe nwanda kanjira atumwe no tuba atuntizinga abantu niwe atatwundurgaho atorraho umuntu atubaka kwita atumanya hati n'abantu nabo ko banchuru ntata yakigambire ngo umuntu ashayishekanwe na musho indeed nambwenu abenantebeza stories nyingi hine one day akantebeza story atimwe mukazarombero bibi awe atombero byanjye ati kandi omushinja muto ati murungi ati roya ati nyine sente zanje ati kandi twaka hariya nitere nkoni azobura umwishiki wena atagoma nandinguruza hayindi mwenu ibya katata tubikwayo katata ninkunda kandi yagoma nkunda namwe mbere ndiyo mujinayo nyobe ndoshotaruho takafire konka kunyizire nariko mucengike nashanga atarumu namanya mtaro nayeta aba in charge of the body ntumunyigurire kasketi bagigura namureba namukwataho namushabira namarwa nasibura katata hati ngenda kwibaza kamama is my mother kamama yabari kureberera katata kamama ari 89 years konkana hati ayimuka shayi 11 aba ashaba shayi 12 nabari mu kitchen na preparing a breakfast dish at 89 years yabare kamama no muntu murungi wo mucurezi w'amazima konko hunami ayino mutuma murungi ogushemire ngabari ombiburi ngabire murungi kamama no mucurezi nagambabike ahambaha orikubasa kumuiha mwesheko nambwenu one day bakandi ba making emyaka nkago mbushwere namuterera karo mukajya ngo namuterera kumcongratulating so kumterera kamama tumukama simwe atasimwe atwe twota congratulating ndanti nakuterera kubuza ntenya kankago mbushwere no chikora cyo wititotaha yashika okumure sinkwetyo katata turana tugira ati irhanga kora nko kwayinda mwini yoko mazire nawe myaka nkaga nina nyo mushinja wanje nkamara nawe myaka 10 nawe hanga ya mtwara katata ya mtwara mazire myaka nkaga nina uhumure hanga ya twara katata kanaza kwitaho ni mpeza na nyenda tendereza
sasa litana kusima nagira bingi konke endagane yacu nuko itura tukugambira niye juwa ebare mnonga
mwene benshi n'ebigambo byanyu hatuza kutaho abatarani bariyo nibaija turikugonayizinga abakuru abandi abaija Major General Muhanguzi, 2nd Division Commander. Orahi, yebare mnonga. Yebare abandi ninja kubanjura abatsika zaba barego. Webare. Mukamasimwe ahamagara katata Bishop witu ababembezi ba government n'abantu abaje kuzikiraho yo tinkwijagamba bingi mbere nagambe nyuma wazi mu kanisa otabase kwija kushendekeza katata so ampere his speech ngungi mushomere so ninaza kumushomera kandi mpeze javani no waje kiyagamba speech nergo wa joy myanya zitwe kuturarandani tangu nisima rahanga where is over. I shall not mourn my father, but rather celebrate his 75 years of life. My father will see him for the last time on earth, but I know that he'll forever live in my heart. When we were young, it exactly in Katata's words, he always told us not to be B. Bandebe, Bankunde, Bantende. He also hated gossip or kuru and used to say, Mtarukara Rachikanye today, say that I have been living in my life, you taught me and raising my children to do the same. Throughout my life, I've always emulated my father's principles and beliefs and values. Katata always taught us the importance of protecting when we're out and about, so protecting our name was a paramount. But as an adult, I have learned to uphold these values that he instilled in us and have endeavored to do the same with my children. Yabareka mama kurevera Katata amaga. Until we meet again, may your soul rest in eternal peace. Endunji Yahweh.
This time, koka kanto aromu jisho kugambe bugambo nkabishatu cyo kubanza izoba ryafa eze sande muri Kampala nkamwihire hafa harwakana yafa rwakana so tikuzagaruka mubyona Dr. yabashobora ko yafiri n'cyaba no kwatahara shasha icya kabiri ngenda kusema rahanga abamagaraga Katata n'ibyamukoze isi nisema rahanga akamuheka ahahituye mu kibanje cye abakumanya umwanya woko akagera henjo mpango munonga njebshenge nkikumnacho ninyangu buri omwe mbana bona buri omwe akagera ekishenge cye so tukumanya kwatana munonga kushanga no turano ndijo muntu he was so protective he was a shield akatakwena ngutukiro akatakwena ngutu hagere ikintu cyateganisa ninga twebye mzetahurire so ni msimreka kumuherezeka akaturinda nka Mzee no kwarinda abana be akamombekera akatumira umufunguro okutaha mpaha we knew we had a father. There is no single day that would really feel down because of that. Tukati no muntu w'amani munonga tukantu mwesiga aboko akaye no bwenge very I don't know whether it's natural brilliance that he was very bright. Even to kushango muntu nachura narwa akata kachura narwaga. So tukantu mwehuriza tukantu mwesimsa ko Mzee wetu nyenda kumusima Katata nyenda kusima ranga simwe yabare kutuombekera abashaija bona nko kumabareba atuombekire twine biru twine abakazi baitu naye bari kutushwera akatujugira ati nkamwe ngo heno batarajugire twene akatujugira atushwera abakazi yaba twatsa nyenda kumusima nyenda kumusima ababite byabatina ubwenge buyabe natuhereza akati nakwata ikintu kitariki ntabwo no uwo magaraje tinkamya ngo akaya kwasere na loan ngo mbaka ngo nazo mbaka kwiha loan akatuganda ati mwine nibija kubamara. You must use what you have. Tuchabashaija tuombekera bakatwaza akayine mbabazi nyenda gamba mbabazi akatata beshirazi gamba burkwija hampaha nakuze nangwe nabe n'umushaija cicira akatweta taberobye atucicira teza tukibantu genda jana aterese mutaha ukibatenya kasenta kakutsindikira mwenu zemba bazakatata tiguma rahanganisha kuzemera ninjangu nyenda kumwebaza okutomugisha gwo kumurebera neito tugerezeho nyenda kugandara ngo kemyaka nkamukaga tina nanyi nemerumo bakama banje nanta kwasa kuprogramu. There is no single day that yabeneja Kampala nkabara kumutwaro mu irwaro. There is no single day obuyaba na inanke mbaz Kampala etakwasa kumishikaha nkabara kuzanka fama zenkajigura. So ninyenda kumusima kuna yajigura nangwanyije nesente zanje ngure mbazi nchikitiyampaha at I sent you, you did not send yourself. So akwate sente zinajigura azingara. There is no single day zina shandabuna yenyanga omwachiri mko wanje omuri ekyo nyenda kusima abantu asima abantu abanyarisheri kama simwe mwebare kwija mukazo mukomu mukagira tebekanisa ekanisa mwebare nyamazi yashara yitutungira aho mpaho ni mangu mbire hango mukomu tene tukuja kuteganisa mtshavire matinjiro nungi twashemero twayo mataba abantu barungi mwebare munonga nyenda kusima bashaho Dr. Peter, Dr. Rabi, Dr. Sonko abatuye baragora katata nyenda kusima abakazi baitu Gen.Mugira yebare kutasiya katata muko kamurebera ukamuhereza cyarkwenda ukamutombuteka mwena abakazi wankato haro mugisho kusima umukazi wanje Apofia aho yabaija turo wanje ye mwankani basota basa konkana umuntu wembabaza nakonda baze na wakana amukunda so akamwe imka amtekera breakfast amwogeza amgemurra amukora yabakazi bakora bayishezarabo yabare munonga yabare kumukunda na nyeche ni kundra yabare munonga insima family yitu emerumo yumukorere katata nembabazi yabare munonga nyenda kusima ka mama abishirabugamba nabandi bona bagamba yabare kuombekeka yabare kwata chikopo cyarahanga niyo ukabo kujuna umukomu yabare kubo muzeire weitu murungi yabare kurebera katata kurgo omwashu yarana kuticisha obere cyo kurebera ho kirungi so mukama weita simwe haro batatazara nangwa mazara nwari yaho mucyara jojure kigabo n'abantu bona barwo mu ngare hanga simwe. I would also like to take the opportunity to introduce and say thank you to National Social Security Fund. You could stand up for recognition. NSSF, my colleagues from NSSF, I don't know where you are seated. Oh, thank you so much. Mwebale munonga kutera umuhanda mukaja mukatuzikiraho umugosi wetu. Nebyo bice umugosi arwere engingo zawe amani mukabagurusi bona yahumara rahanga akwekihumuro kirungi.
Thank you for setting a very good example mwaraka. Nyine omukekuru weitu tatekazi erna rwakanengere mangeri ya kizente umugurusi wanjye Francis Chepaka na mawe More Chepaka nabo bari aha beja kuzika tata nawe umbagurusi yabakamwe ahite imyaka 9 ntahite imyaka 9 umwaka ugu umugambi wo kurataho n'umunyanya Mzee Kaguhangire mucyara Kamarago ijo he speech yawe kora benoisha Kenya announcing Dean of RDCs and RCs Honorable Mbabazi Justin RDC wa Wakiso Orahi kindly stand up and all RDCs who may be present. Good. We also have in our presence Robert Rakandare, Director Mobilization State House. You can stand up for recognition. Mwana wa Katata family ya Chris Kazora Major General Mwamuron basa kwemerera na family ya Chris Charles Kamya. You can also stand up. Ubwo n'umunyanya Mzee Kaguhangire mucyara Kamarago. Ndagambo stami. Good.
Hasi marhanga wandeta na bagenzi banjye amazina ganjye ni Jofansi Kamarago rikira nasi marhango wetu ngumuyaga wandeta mwabare tsave untereso tumenda kamanyire ko katere mwatereso mwabare munonga mwabare ko untereso bandi hanga simu imbanza kwete isoko cyererwa ngenda niyatse utsasire manje kutarara hamba ngenda niyatse zibero kwija musasire nasi marhanga abo kuzika Kaguhangire ogu n'umosho w'itumukuru umukuzarwa uko abantu bazarwa n'umujugesha gwa batata n'umwana mukuru naye bare tata akarga kungera kuntereso atwishi atkin kusigaho atoshasha ntiyashasha atorya ko ndiyata horhanga atotiyata horhanga atanahatije mutego bweni nsima Kaguhangire no watata tuwa mawe na nyitini wanyana konka kana nkunda verena nkunda teresumu tuganira hasumu ateresumu nkajaha mpaha mangere nabumanya najaha yantetsa itabashiki batashomire kandi babihima ntwetenga nkunda abanyanya zitwa munonga ntubakunda munonga kakinkora hariho yatera umuhanda kavuga gari hata kabureho za motoka yeja yandeba yataha umukanya yaganira nanjye twagamba turi anshangira umukanya yangera ati nyowe harababa muri ati bargoma tubashwerwa ati niteka shi kanka wagira ngo nicyaharaba muri ati nyowe ryo wanjye ati mwana kwakubaniye nakuzere nokimanya ati nyowe isaba ryo rugomuju atokundu banayo ati ndiyakwita kindi baninyita ati nyanda ngo gumumunji nakutairemu kwisebo ohori jugwamo icyo yakikora yakimpana akaza hampa hampere buranshuma atumanye kinkushimura nyanda ngo tafu mutuma ati ngo haraba mu rubarwo mafu ati nyanda ngo zo munji nakutaireze ati mpako fire icyo yakikora neja hampa hayangurura mwenda yantetsa yangera yatesa yantete nanjye rungu nagamanya yaterenyana nungi yagimba natwara nawe bari Kaguhangire nawe barakana katata mbene sumuyeti yargaho okwanterera sumu okwandamutya ubundi okwanjumiraho nawe barakana katata yabare tushabe kunterera sumu yabare
yabare gestasi banyorinkahi yabare konteresu mabare konteresu har habana banteresu yabare gestasi yabare konteresu chei karwaro konteresu kajirati konteresu mabare na chalo konteresu mabare sum yanyu utanda ha mabare mononga tanga simwe kagwangire akashoma tiya kora missioner etinkin kina beni mwesimram ya samur ma government tiya kora mummasam ya sa ito triya baronda gan ito triya ba wera ya samuri inkor tiya kora etinkin mwesimram shinka mbesimram na wana numrumu na ngwa ya hosap nyono na bendi umuntu ni shoro umshesha wanje atakargira ntaje ntwitini nyeshengereza cyumsheje ndikintu takwebu yumsheja ntikabar habosha abana batata kandi bankunda kandi bamara sibakankunda mbogo yasigara nimanyangu yashasha bakankunda ekajahampa yatesa yampenti yangoro mwenda itabish abana batashomera bashiki batarashomera yayinkora nayabara mwenda hanga simo kumutwara hanga mushikize imyaka yamteka tekire yagenda hona nugera ngo akabera gisarata hona kugenda tukora hanga yakuteka tekire yanga katera ko kurwo munsi abona ko mushikire yayo akora abana be yashora umukazi we yasibona ko boshika yagenda hanga simo kumutwara muguru kandi akashemera wo kuroka kakwe kaja hampaha umukazi wangu akara ati nkarako kamanyenyo yakabushusi nashemera wo kuroka kakwe hanga simo kumutwara muguru tiyine ikindi kintu kugamba hanga simo mwena mwebare abija kumushendekereza mwebare
yebare ibigambo byawe ebyo Joseph omushiki waragaha wishes thank her sisters-in-law for coming. I think ariyo nashemeza obushwere nk'ori kugaitwa yakuzire. Monica, Joy and Emma, thank you for coming. Our next speaker is the representative of UPDF, Lieutenant General Kayanja Muhanga. Come and give us your words. After Lieutenant General Kayanja, we shall hear from one of his Mugira's friends, General David Muhozi. Kandi General David Muhozi kwararijeyo tujya kurura murumuna wa Mwami Kaguhangire George Sapp. So mweteka teje. Thank you so much, sir.
The ministers, government ministers here, political leaders, the church. I will read the message from the Chief of Defense Forces verbatim in the interest of time. Before I do that, I want to inform the family here that I'm also a relative in this family. My grandmother, my paternal grandmother, was a Momoli, like Gen.Mugira is. Therefore, I'm also a relative in this family. Not only a friend, but also a relative. Gen.Mugira is also a very, very close friend, a colleague. Together we have worked together for quite a long time in the Uganda People's Defense Forces. This is the message from the Chief of Defense Forces, Uganda People's Defense Forces, Office of the Chief of Defense Forces, Ministry of Defense Headquarters, Mbuya. The bereaved family of Lieutenant General Gen.Mugira, officers and militants of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, fellow mourners, condolence message. On behalf of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, I convey our deepest sympathy and condolences to the family, relatives, and friends of Lieutenant General James Mugira, mourning the demise of our beloved father and senior citizen, Mzee George Wilson Kaguhangire. The late Mzee George Wilson Kaguhangire lived a disciplined life and served this country for 35 years as both a scoutman, educationist, and a judicial officer. He has passed on at such a prime time when Uganda, his family, relatives, and friends needed him most. The UPDF family commiserates with the family, relatives, and friends of Lieutenant General James Mugira at this difficult moment of mourning your father, the late Mzee George Wilson Kaguhangire, which is indeed a big loss. Naturally, such bad news takes us by surprise, but on stabilizing our conscience, we are made to appreciate that death is a fact of life and that we are all candidates to it. There is a quote here from the Bible, Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. I read the quote. He will wipe away every tears from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, no crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. End of the quote. UPDF as an institution has contributed the sum of Uganda shillings 10 million towards the funeral expenses. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Signed, the Chief of Defense Forces and Senior Presidential Advisor for Special Operations.
Thank you so much, General Kayanja. My Lord, the bishops, we have just 5 speeches to go. We are sure we shall get the time. Let me now take the pleasure to request General David Muhozi to come and speak on behalf of so many friends of James Mugira and his family. Kwara aliyeyogo umwami George Sap wabeno yetekateka na rwanyetsire. Ebyo nimbagamba ahabo kutina ekanisa mby'inyuma tuyontende amateka. Yes. Mwebale mnongo.
Mukekuru wetu Manjeri n'abana bawe ikanisa abebembezi ku miringo yanyu yona abantu mwena beja we quite lost a bit of time, so I'll mainly stick to script, speak both in Nyankore and English for the benefit of all of us here. Imbanzano kubasasira James n'omukekuru wawe n'abagenzi bawe abokorwaho omuguruso etogu kandi nyomyo yeka orubaju orundi injira muno kusima ruhanga ahawa amagaraje ag'omugasho aga impact mpango erikwija kumuhungura. On the onset, I also want to admit that I'm only privileged to speak on behalf of his friends, because there are many friends of James, and I believe each of you has got rich
personal testimony about James, but also his old man and the other members of the family. So nyowe akakwata kanje ndekeji kakatembura abazeire omugurusi wanje n'omukeikuru then omwami kagukanjire namanje. So we only built on that, and I want to confess that it's been a good journey. Mugira nkamureba ntunyeta, then tweja twashanga n'omumahe, and as destiny also had it, orugendo rwaitu rw'obuhereza wagumana rwo nururabanamu crisscrossing. So we hit it off as friends. We've served together in intelligence. I succeeded him in the Armored Brigade, now Armored Division in Masaka, a very prestigious command that helped our leadership outlook. We were together in Nakasongola, him at Luero Industries and me at the Air Defense Division. We happened to be both lawyers and advocates. We went to Tanzania together, and our cohort includes that tall man, Gen.Mugira, and Kayanja, and Golova. I think I saw Mnyaneza here also. That was our cohort of officers that went to Tanzania for company commander's course. We also, as fate would have it, went to GAFC, Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, and we have lots of alumni here of that college. I saw General Kashaka here, he went there. Goa, I think Francis Okello, Rachtarate, Golova, and others. I was his best man, and he was mine, and we are godparents to each other's children. We both represent UPDF in Parliament. That is how history and the bond of our parents and service has brought us that close. The attributes of the old man have all been well spoken for, and Mugira is an exact replica of the old man. Discipline, order. He's not a teacher, he's not a magistrate, but a good husband, dad, but also a friend to many. What I would want to bring out about the old man is not just being a teacher, konka kubo umwegesi akasha ebyaru kushomesa kandi akashoborokerwa araba kushoma bakaguma batashoborokerwa. Time consciousness, bakigamba humor, tough humor. One time I left for one of the foreign tours of duty in the Congo, and as a young family, I told Mugira to mind my wife with a few assistants, a little assistance here and there. So I come out start. Wangaguna zagarka. Instead and that we just run down my hand and can't have it. At Mugira kumsha masta shaba accountability togonish. So that is his father's son, but James does so with a good heart. So he did well, he looked after my family. Humor, he has it. Diligence, that's one other attribute of the old man that we celebrate. We thank God for his rich and impactful life. I'm happy to note that even in his absence, he left instructions on how most of the things would go after him. And I'm glad also, James, that you assembled a few of his life episodes. He didn't leave memoirs, but this is a lesson I want to leave you, that we need to record the lives of these old men when they still live. Good enough in a short while, but I think, James, the life of your father is larger than these pictures. So you need to put pen on paper and write his life story. We thank him also, James. We thank your father and your mother for bringing forth and raising fantastic and fine children, all of them without exception. For UPDF, I want to give testimony that General James is a good person, human being, and is one of our most cherished general officers. We want to thank the children and Mkekuru Manjeri for looking after him very well. We pray that God grants him a deserving, peaceful rest and that his works live on through his survivors. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you. General Muhozi is also Deputy Minister for Internal Affairs. Mumteru Mungaro. Kanshabe Kenneth Mugasha Oyemereri. Kenneth Mugasha na Becky ni bamwe abakwakira emiyago. Kenneth ashobere kuba side Becky Orukunuya mwemerere abantu babarebe. Family ya Late Rwankanyuzi aba Beshazara Stone mwebare kwija munkirize shomeho obutumwa buke rero nyete umugambi orukugarakaho twatigaza abagambi bake tukaheza speeches. This is a condolence message from Rushere Dairy Farmers Cooperative Society that extends its deepest condolences to our member and farmer Honorable Lieutenant General Mugira James and the family on the passing of your beloved father. We recognize the immense loss this brings, and our thoughts and prayers are with you during this difficult time. As a token of our support, the cooperative has contributed 200,000. Also, friends of the cooperative have contributed 300,000. Total 500,000 shillings to assist in any way possible. May you find strength in the cherished memories and legacy he leaves behind. Chairman Amanya Abel. This is a message from Watu. Heartfelt condolences. Dear Mr. Nelson Mutatina, on behalf of Watu Credit Uganda Limited, I extend my deepest condolence to you and your family during this difficult time. We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of your beloved grandfather, Mzee George Wilson Kaguhangire. While we may not have the privilege of knowing him personally, we recognize the profound impact a grandfather has on his family and community. His legacy will surely live on through the values and principles instilled in those around him. Please know that our thoughts are with you and we wish you strength and comfort as you go through this period. Damian Guarold, Country Manager, Watu Credit. And finally, a condolence message from Mara Investments Limited. Dear Javan, on behalf of the entire Mara Investments Limited, Winston, Peter, and Edgar, please accept our deepest condolences on the passing on of your father. We are with you and the entire family during this difficult time and offer our heartfelt prayers. We have enclosed a contribution of 500,000 to assist with burial arrangements. Winston Rutehenda Rwankore, Chairman Mara Investments. Good. Katurembo yenu speech ya George Sapp. George Sapp mureke kuno ya kandi kwara arjeyo zakura speech ya Rwanyaitsebe. Alright.
Insi marhanga ondetsra bakangire bakamumpikira masitamutoka namusanga Kampala iyo musanga nkaendema karwara ahanta kugenda ntakwimka ntaho magwara nkanshimire hanga nabare mugere nabare mugira nabare okitera namanya mukuru we ari wanjye mwaja kumushendekereza ngamba pike obwenge mbwine tatakandaga reka muniryeho tatakandaga tarantwire yambaga sente zanjye nkamutina yante kwa mukazi ngamba pike ninsimaranga tata naye bari kuntegeka nabari kuntina ndakeka tata mafutere yarone tina nawe timbai ningamba kuchei n'abantu buntuire nabo nabamanya magara ganjye gakagataha handi nazo mbitaka nabundi nkagambira aha nazo nagambe rugamba yansoma ati aho usuru rugamba ushaka cyaba atungu okakap ya nangu no kumakora ikigambo mugaragana ikigambo anje menta yaza kasi sikire na wala nagitera yuburga kwa natera yo muntu atagikwiye kumutira kamutina haza namtina ya pabro umutuma ya pabro ku mebi miti ampana soka antambra mnonga naksebe wahira yo mugihugu kandi abo mugira tugenda kujya Kampala aronda mugira ko yagarakaye abantu bagenda kubana aho itaka benda kundi ngo mu itaka mugira ko yisere na tsabo katenda roto yahunga umukoti oba kwizire n'abashobora kusestanta no bagira kwakira yabare mugira betwa kwakira tubatina bakari benda kunkuramo yabare tata ani kura gente staze ni kugambira anzim gambira nate ni umuntu kize bakumira abantu yeyisha buyarugo kwate sapya ale mukuru atakamuri mangu beto mseja oku niwo yabaro kwatampara naraba ko namureba namweta yagarakayagira ate yabare mseja ebi awe mugira kankora ikintu kwa banagamba anga kara kumpe nokore ikintu kugamba ekyo kumanya yabare mseja nkaba ntasiga honte zanjye katarara mu marwa atokumente zabo nubona mushabenta kagumana aginyemere atoza pakasa atomshoja aza pakasa ndete kunama nukanta mugari nakujerati ntumeshe kuraza pakasa namtsigaho narisizimo mukashashe zaseto kaga majengo ya zumuntu yesha atsap atizansa kwete yapente atiyabari atmesi tuansinga atungana ko kumtsigireho atirisbo atuntaho kunu yabu atumrumuna wata atiyabari yampenya na karoko kachacharuoya ya zumuntu nakitu yampatse usakaba museiza kwabura agara kaputoma umwanya umwitera kumuhanda utasaga cy'abantu ukagambarisha bibasanga ukasanga ni bariya ukashitamaho kurya ayabare ntango mu iguru agwangere kantegeka tindari wankorata nge umuka kuzika zisebahati wakati n'umwana wanjye buyafu abarangira bakwijana n'umukazi wawe ubwo yabare umugamba n'ubwo mukazi w'umukanta mugamba mwangira uwangamba angamba mbe nagamba kabishekera mwanga gumaha nawe tumushaija kunyenda gamba ni mureba mbwenu mweta manje ntube tkacyashye mbwenu ukanshekera nkamutina ntango mkumwe kankagumana weyo kukakwangire nango nawe akatonga atoto kwazire kunga ngo gumuramu asum muri yaro baju so wagenda tata ashoko ukabumushaija ashoko ategeka mushaija yabare onko kampabara wanyombeko mw'izina rya Tanga inyabaza bankurata nakara kwendera kampingiro rwamumpaye hari umuntu yo kubanza baza kumshwera yanga kara kwendera bona nitina tata takunywa marwa ntakirare nategeka kuko kutegeka kubaho akaba ari umushaija wa mani se ashokuzana yanjye tingeragamu mushika niza ubyarga kugira ati umubona yagarka yakweta bampondereze aterga yumna yabare munonga yabare mnyimanu wanje yabare munonga meno hanga yabare ndanzonje cy'abantu babasingambe bitar kubasa abantu babasimire nisima abantu ababona nisima n'abana banje abamukumire batamuhigimye akafa kuri enteza akagari basimuretera mafire abana ko yakwatananye nabo yabare naza kweta manje yabare manje nargarra hota nargarra ni kampo betkaksi ko tazari yabashiza batari burare batari batezi yabare mugira akande terasete yabare tatempo akande terasete umutukuretera milini shatu akastasyon wawe beto mu toilet zabasene bawe kasta storio orio son tambe ramsey iso kargaha ndukuni kabitikani ngira ko namushka akombe kakandi kashunkaho go shopka baba burungi betor mukamabu ya tatu mutagarra kunwe bayigoro ngisap ukwagira bayigoro ndio muri moto kakona banko atom kono no musirikare banto mukashya karigire kwambeka yagamba katemenda kugenda saranga kakumpa ukandi kubi itinyenda mutindi kubyo mukomo aso mbeno ati ayo miliyoni yaje inkwatsi shobo mukamebe bigabyaka mal abantu bagera bingi ngataza kutura nisima karakonde n'abanyarwanda n'abandi n'ababa bwera tinga amazina goiti gomba tinkuba bankurata yimbasima bona abankurata bona nimbasima mwebale munonga numumanya ntwazantwara ngamba mpo no kubona nyumba yatu tora mwana w'umusinga
esore sapko kwirkanzya shaha zatsiga haturro mwamero wanyetsire weni mangu nazakora ku hospital aha
abantu batkurata bayishembabure abargoito yemusena bagenzi bawe abantu boito bana bayija abamwe kabaterera amasumu abamwe kabarangira konka mbwene batkurata bayija kuzikira abanyabwera bona n'abamora banyu bona Nesima arhanga bukutereze nsya nungi umukoro gutwakora guri mulungi munonga ninyenda kugamba ahari mangeri niwe naza kubandizaho mangeri ibintu bihari biri nk'ibintu bishatu abantu kubireba nariyo bakazi bagenzi be bakaza mu guteka mangeri yo bamushora ishakazi na nyina na ba nyina bita bakamujya ngo bataratera shema tahamuno nariyo abazeye bawe ubu akaba umuntu wo kubanza uwa kabiri wiyagiye mu kanisa bamugera ngo umburungiye n'umbubi muri yatansi bukuru abo kwiyabereye yabargamo ubushana bwa rwanda mangeri yakaro umushaija akaguru kowe buri bwire bw'umushana buri bwire bw'inzara yagenda kuzabiriza ikashamushanju yarha tarumizi go kunywa atene kiye yaragumuka atene cyariye yarabu umwana karuguraba arbaje bw'umutungo tuguye n'ikibuno yashitama uyashitamo arashere yavurekera kugaragaza abarabajuru kwagira atene beriye kumbe nayo yongera umushana y'ikitindi agikwata aruhuka enkombe tubone waruhuka ngo wakwata rero kurya etinde kora nkugambira ibizobi yawe agire kure yerera ezamutugu gumuti eti mushijaho icyoro wakwatira tarikire kora mbone mangeri nabamweta w'imyaka kakwangira werara mukamyaka obujomuka omukazi niwakufungura omushaija tomushangamu niwakwara wenu mangeri niwomukamyaka yitwa barya nkanyerwanyetse otaho akaguhangire ni mangeri niwe yantegeka kuri yanyangire aha kuri intaro abana babartonga ubwo umwana wano bwambere aha ureta abana 10 bo muntu akabatumuka omukazi akabareba ente mukazitunda abana mukabashomesa ubwo ni mangeri iki yakwatire enkombe riye yakwatire yagire kora yaza iguru etegero bakwatire utarikore utarikire kora yabare mangeri wishibo mangeri yakwangire aba bana bona bakashabira babatonga bo murumuna mbweshinyo mukanyije mangeri yo bari mukazumu njyana nakakwangira shengera amaru azomuteye mukini mikirwingana kihano akibaga turi ubata bagire nini tuzahanguta agure mbuzi ninyara kushweka nisamanya konka mangeri ndeba atahindurize hamwisho nicyo cyandemeza nicyo cyashobesa abana babartonga nicyo cyatambira aba bana b'umurufite bya bamugera bahimanya muzikira shuri manya ni mangeri noha ni mangeri kuyagizere ati bana bu mugera tushabe manyoha ate kakwangira yankozere mbona agende kakwangira turi arho kuri ataro kakwangira firene network jakantere sumu neja nazana bumukengera mangeri yagera tekinko itere no kuja kunda muke cya kabiri no kwenta kananda yabare mangeri muterere mangeri umungaro mangeri niwe mukameke afirene network umukasar kwanga nogera network nogigera ryari torkubaho mwenge torkubekijuga nikuka abana tabarkuzorra mwisho mangeri ekiwakwasire enkombe yiwakwasire warwaranda niyo tagambere sahaje yabotarwanya nsanda yanzu yandeba umushengeki ati niyo warinyitse ati sinyoho barira bakwata nkantarote nanyitinda rwesero yambinga nagenda unabarendeho yanterere sumu ati ninyenda urujo ndebe tuganire n'ejo unejo tuwitokanyita atokanyita izina kitokarinzira atokorga hatiri inyete ati gira turwanye mushanda nte cyana cy'abarimbi yabarwanye mushanda shoka tutamera akangera ngo yabare nashuma ariho umugabe bakamureba bagira ngo bamugoze ubu wambu ubu wigumira ubu hariya mugwizi ubu umbengi barabara mugabe ati ndiyo mwori katara umutara shumora n'umwenda abona kandi bashana yabare atahindura kabumhindi ubwo muri yo mwori yabare anyamushanda manya kaba murungi abandi umurebera yakuze akaba umutsikazi akagira ekijwenge nkekenaka nk'iki kicucu ari kinyerera kiti akakishokoza kigira kiti kirereta abana bagira ko bamureba murigira atarahereza abantu ubu yabare mushanda yabare ku rukundo abanye mushanda no batatenta kukakangira atatiwe bintu kumenyera mwenye taraza kumenyeshwa na wakize myaka atatenta atakatembe kitabo kishento yazarahosho ati nkirebera nikukunda atumanya eshagama yawe yanjye nemo yabare kunganirira nabere ntakumanya yabare kunterera amasomo yabare kumpente yabare kunkunda mubishataho abantu manyabanda hategeye ikafume kugira ngo ensinde kitakanya kasha umutwara kuba natsinda ryaha tari kushana n'uwargaho uko kwarigenga kuko akatungira amatungo gwese akaba umuramuzi akaba umushomesa akatwera gavumenti ya Uganda numvura bamanyamushaga barahakana rukunda n'abandi nabasamu kutesa ihanga tarartwereye nartarakoreye ihanga riye mumbayire mwenda ngo agira ati abana be bamutsigeho amatungo tagatungire tashomesa abana be tumwareba abana baryaha abayishukuru abakamwana abahara abatabani ihanga kamwe tagenda abana be bamuzike mukayezere ngo azike mugera nari azike bakishindi atunga shitwatunga manyati yatunga kuko abantu batunga ubu abana be bamushendekereza ubu abishukuru bamushendekereza ubu banywana baba bariyana bagabo bamushendekereza ikindi nenshi kunkago n'amanuzi gese abantu banda ngeni nyoweti yanyita ninyuma irensigaira nabo antera kasumu njabo reba antera nyini hambo ijo mara ebero bibi kar kujya tomara ebero bibi nijor kumara orko sheki akasha tashorota wene wawe hapo nyingi kungamwe kunkendera kabor baje ejo kiro muzindaro koranye mutoro witishimbawe
bare mnonga ne bigabo birungi mutero mu ngaro bwenu sana zezi reka turire mangeri jeni wano mukwata Mugisha mpora DJ toka tereke shongoro chamana hotutendereze ino anago busumu wo burumshiringiza ingayi bwakatoki bubiri ila babamkuhize ne uryo wabunagira wanaga katoki ibiri zinera babani manje rija kunu yatrebe ni wanagambira okay Kirwa twaheze atazkwata watsigaza ya Gen.Mugira umuzindaro tuhe kanisa ande kanisa kwera atandike ubwo mfitami wino muze go kwimuke kanisa yazagamba akikorogo murundi muhereze kanisa mucerere abo kuba yatucerera yatuza twagamba
enviye kanisa omutinisa byanyu nembasiima munonga abo murimo murungi okumukozi n'omukayitu yabaredi n'okutebeekanisa byona abantu barishere nembasiima munonga okuza omukayitu mukakitebeekanisa mukakora ebishemereire abantu mwena baijeri izooba n'abasiima okwefereza byona mukaija mukatukwasa omurimo ogwo guremire mukamasiima munonga hati nyowe nshabire Ruhanga abokuba kunaizire kunabendi omuhanda nateekateeka okuturukirire kanahurira kyandema konka ekyokutangaza nkaija nataahamu nareeba n'abagihaho amaani ga Ruhanga n'okuhikyaga amagingo nawe ekyo ninsiima Mukama munonga wanjunire omwaka gwa 66 nangwa nkankiri na muto n'okuhikyaga amagingo tingamuteerize ensumo ekyo ninkyami mwene munywani wange nyowe niza kugamba ebigambo bike habwokuba nyine ekindi kwenda kwongeraho tukagaita omwaka ebiro by'okwezi 17 1996 tubaire tuhikize emyaka 64 okwezi kumwe ninjangu n'ebiri 12 ebiro by'okwezi 30 bagira ngu amazooba tigayingana izooba eryo rikaba izooba ribi omu magara gange rikaba izooba ribi omu kayitu rikaba izooba ribi munonga konka Ruhanga omu mbuzi eshuura ninjangu n'eshatu nagira ngu buri kintu kiine obunaku bwakyo katata akazaarwa yakura Ruhanga yamurinda nohora kuba agira ngu akaari enfuuzi ataine nyina kandi omuntu okubura nyina n'ekintu kigumire konka Ruhanga yamurinda yakura yashoma nk'oku yashomire kwona oku yagarikiire yakora emirimo ya gavumenti nimusiima munonga habwokuba atarateerize gavumenti nsubo n'okuhikyaga amagingo Ruhanga akatuheereza abaana twahirwa yatuha amagara yatuha itungo eritushemereire aha muheru yaturongora okujuma ninsiima Ruhanga munonga katata twine emico yitu turikushanisa nkashobewe number 1 ntushanisa okukwata eshaaha nyowe nk'oku bagamba obwera nkanyimuka shaaha 11 konka hati kandi nkakyendezaho shaaha emwe nekicweka breakfast bayahire shaaha 6 lunch bayahire shaaha 10 itwe tuturya kyakiro cyayi bayahire nawe ekyo kukwata shaaha nimwe barishere ninjangu abandi nimunyetegereza n'ekintu kikuru munonga ekyo nitutushanisa ekintu kya kabiri n'okumarwa obutosha kuhabaho emikoro nsiima Ruhanga abo mushaija wanjye utashaba loni ngo akatunga takagishabaga nikarega bamwihuze kandi nanjye nkantina loni nkanta kubasa kugishaba nawe ikeke ni ikimusimiro kumarwa namwe kanahereze kushomesa nazo mukanyaho n'amaro namwe ntayino mukazi wambuza tubaitu atakwezi kukuza kuhana ogoyere sente omushahomo ntanangwa na shilingi igana nimba ntazini atona shikabota anti nyo nimaro ntawo kuba nyina omushaija nagura ekyo kurya kandi ekindi ninyenda ki mwene ekyo ndikishanisa okumara ahandi mugenzi wanjye ebiro bihwire nkaraga kumugambira ntikatataga nisima ruhanga ntemyaka nkaga nena tinka kwibagana ngo nubuza kuba shilingi 50 tinka kikoraga rero bundi abakazi bakabangambira batibokabota kokora toyibikira sente mwene uko rwamano ryagirota ntinyoti ndibika sente hamweko kunhwamani rhanga lyandisi ekyo nkyoleko kumarwa kunabere nyina omumagara gange katate nkumvye tinkubasa kubugamba nkabiheza neshaha zagenda ebindi mbere nabigambire konka kambera murungi nkomwana okuyagamba akabamanya abaana be abatetsa mbere nabagambire nti abatere esumu nananje musino wakyenda natere esumu kangira tutere esumu ntahanti abaana timbaho nti nimbaterera esumu wale batari kugenda atoine embabazi nk'ezabamaraya nobanaga abaana omulatufini nangwa bundi kankikora nkana ngu ndebe okuyagira nangwa n'ogwo mwishiki we waruga kugamba akaruga kugenda tinamuterera esumu yanterera esumu atiiwe okimanye katata karufa atanobasobola kutanterera esumu nahabwekyo baana mwe kasita muze mukagumanyira mugume mugende mutahe sire na nyaninduka muhamo kwankani nkunda hanga ndonde ndisho dini konka nkaremeramu kandi kuremeramu kwanjye kwagira umugasho yisha nawe yakuvuka dini katata atari mu kanisa yisha yakuvuka yakunde kanisa na hati nagikorera nagihereza abo kugumusubiza kwanjye abo kuba nkajya ntinkubasa kurwa mu kanisa nahabwe icyo banywani banjye baza kushendekereza katata yansigaho kambwe n'igikora cye ninyo kumanya bugambo bye ninyo kubimanya byona nahabwe icyo kinyine cyo gukora ntanga neja kunsuka amani kandi neja kubasa abo burundu barahanga izina rya mukama rihimbisuwe katata ntanga kwereze cyumuro kirungi musasire tenesi yabari tenesi arahi tenesi mugasha izo ndizo yabari munonga mwana ogwo mwana atinkumanya iki nakubasa kumukorera abo kubaka akeza university ye yija yashitama 2021 omukwezi kwa mushanju nibwo yatandika kureberera katata n'okuhisya hati teka akabere nawe ari omu mirimo konka akahendeka yayekireza katata nk'okumwahurira nibagamba ngu oine omwaga tabireeba nobwamugambira ndeeba yakokotsa aha maisho bwanyuma y'edakiika nk'ibiri kinesaba yashekire nyowe nambona ebyakatata tinkubimanya ebyo nimumanya habwokuba ntaha nawe konka omwana ogwo akozire omurimo murungi munonga ninshaba ngu mumusiimire Ruhanga lyakuha umugisha mwana wanjye Ruhanga lyakuha umugisha buri kantu nubwo kuba hariya batera akajenate ko kwirukanga agenda mushange mbona hati kenesi nimanya katata yargaho noja kugenda na utaho wanyu niba noza kuronda imirimo nk'abandi ko abo kuba kweza university yawe ni degree konko murimo gwokoze Ruhanga lyakushakira ntereza monte nakweba hasi ebyo akarumukona okansimire ninkusiima hamwe mirimo mirungi eyokozire yabare kandi takambihirwaga namwe ntinyine nshonga nawe nimusiima munonga mugarikeyo gye Ruhanga abaho umugisha bambe abana nimbasiima imirimo y'ubakozire n'abakazi babo obutaraha okureberisha bo okutujweka okuturiisa okutukorera na munonga okutukunda mwebare baana mwe mukozire omurimo murungi baine omugisha bashemeire omu mutima habwokuba bari areba Ruhanga yabareka kenesi ori areba Ruhanga narekeraho nkamasiimu mugarikeyo n'obusinge Ruhanga abaho omugisha omurimo ogwo gumwakorera izooba n'umurungi tinkuba nimbareba mwena ntangara rero sitani akabangira ati mwene ubayangire kakwangire okuziika mwene oba baryisha bangahi ashi natangara bantu mwe muntere abafamire yitu mumuterera abantu abo mu ngaro mbasiime mwebare munonga Ruhanga abaho omugisha kandi abarinde omuri byona abahereze muri kwetenga byona mukabahingisiwe katata Ruhanga kwereze ekyomuro kirungi yakuteekateekire kandi mangu okakyerondera omu izina rya mukama waitu Ruhanga siima
yebare manjeri yebare kugumogumire chairman, your responsibilities start immediately as the head of this family. Please welcome Lieutenant Gen.Mugira with the big clap. Mumugumye Wanyine Katuborobi, but I think he can handle it. Thank you so much.
Nje kanisa abakuru ba government abari aha ba ministers, generals of the UPDF, abantu mwe no bitinisa byanyu abamuri abari aha na naza kutandika kagamba kandi impamvu eshazagenda. Then I saw my honorable minister coming in and I don't think it's proper for the Honorable both of both to move all the way from Tororo and reach here and go back without greeting people. So we just have like 10 minutes within which to conclude this session. I request that if you can come here for just a few minutes, just to greet the people, and then I can continue. I'll summarize. I've had an opportunity before, the other day in Kampala, yesterday in church, and even here when we were at the vigil. So ninja kuchwa omubukufu okugira ngo kinkwe na mushishe yashahaye kanisa abokome nagambire nyuma abasyo kagamba Kampala. So ogun mukamange Honorable Oboso Boss niwe minister wa defense umwihangariyo na mutero mu ngaro mumwakire.
The family and with General Lieutenant General Gen.Mugira and the family, the church. It is very hard and painful in my culture, and I believe in yours, to lose a parent, regardless of the age. I had to come to bury a gentleman that brought you. We see him in you, sir. We believe he was a successful father for bringing up a family that brought a Lieutenant General that has made a lot of contribution and is still making a lot of contribution to this country as a Lieutenant General and as a Member of Parliament, as a MD of National Enterprise Corporation. We want to bring our condolences as a Ministry of Defense and as a person to you and to your family. And the rain is a blessing to us, but I know exactly what you're going through. The only difference is that you're in military tick. I know that you don't show your emotions. And I believe that is people in uniform, that they don't show emotions. But there is nobody as strong to resist the feeling of loss of a parent. Believe me or not, at one point, a friend phoned me, my own mother had died, and phoned me crying so much. I was just second year university. And he told me, don't cry like a person who doesn't have faith in God. I thought there was something wrong with me. 6 years later, his mother also died. And we went to Masulita to bury. And I found him crying that you could count the premolars and molars. And we said, he apologized to me. He said he had not known the pain of losing a parent. General, we feel with you, and we are here to thank God for the life well lived of Mzee George, and we thank God for giving us you through him. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Yebare munonga mutero mu ngaro Minister wa Defense Keri mwana batakamanye mikise yange mwebuze ngo abo nchikunaza kwata muzinda ari nsora ngo yatanakagwa akitekete akubere katonda mu ngaro mwenu nyoni zagamba ke bintu kafite n'ingabana icyo kubanza no kubasima mwena abayijampa umuna mapango mukaje kutwatsa okushendekereza umugurso witu oberuri inyumi yitumba oberuri inyumi y'kanisa oberuri inyumi y'abamori oberuri inyumi y'ihanga mwabisigaye mu bantu mukora byona muyijampa kwatanisa nitwe mwebare munonga. Icya kabiri ni insima abahurira makuru aga bakajana berekanga bakazumuka yitu okutwumurza twatkanti mababere bari yaha ijo kutwezere na bode twashanga ekanisa yaha batwakira batutagatsa nitubobo kutwabere twime watwamo mwene bare munonga ekanisa ebyo mugusi tingwenda kusoma history kandi tubitera umukatabomo ahi yashomere ahi yashomeise ahi yaramwire imirimo yakozere ebyo mukataba kutwabahereza nabo kintu muje kutunga obwire muberabemu mbyetegereza ahubwo naza kubizamu nimba nashisha obwire tukamugambaho nk'omuntu w'amazima tukamugambaho nk'omuntu wabena no kushomesa tukamugambaho nk'omuntu wabena kwateshaha tukamugambaho nk'omuntu wakontributingire this country. So everything is come. But what I wanted to talk about, and I talked about it the other day, is that my dad was not sectarian at all. No, maybe if you are going to be available, umuzankaga umbya politics, abantu bakabangana habwedini, bakabangana habwa tribe. And that was some, because of the problems in this country, because of those sectarian tendencies. I want to say, without any fear of contradiction, that my dad was never sectarian at all. He would not mind someone's religion, tribe, clan, etc. I thought I would emphasize that one. About the death, of course, agenzere ranga kamuhereze itungo, yamuhereza abana, yamuhereza ibintu ebyensi. Omugoroso wanje abereye ne chat, in fact nkigineho. We akana tekateka akanagira ngo ente zitu zone zitwine yabakiriho neze mwera kahandika ate bintu byanjye ente zanjye atakwese tuzona azigahita sitonkezi abana banjye ataho abana n'abayisukuru naki akagumana ya updatinga owazarwa amwongeraho hata icyo cyo tukindi mwene ranga kamuhereza itungo y'ibintu yamuhereza itungo y'abana yamuhereza itungo ryeka nsimira mukama ukareba ngo imyaka yeyo agenzerege mwe rero shazagenda kandi twaro mu gishogo yebaze abantu bake icyo kubanza nyenda kwebaza. I want to thank the Minister of Defense and the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Thank you for the contribution you made. Thank you for standing with me. I know we involved in very many activities of Taresita, but all of you, or at least a big number of very senior people, have come here to join me as I bid farewell to my dad. Ekindi abikwebaza naba aba family yitu anireho ogumisa zingase abekibena kitu cyaro and we have an organization called Friends of Greaton. Abe masaka bamuliwa badejagara muyimirire ko abantu babukubire mu ngaro group ya phase patron of that association Friends of Greaton be bose myaro na group yo mwebarenyo kujya I recognize you. There's another group from Karungu which is also here, Karungu, Ugumora, Babenge, Mwena, Mwebalenyo, Okuja Kubera Wano. Zagis Investment Club, thank you for being here. I'm just thanking really so that by 16:30 I'm done and the church has some 30 minutes within which to conclude this function. Finally, I wish to thank His Excellency the President who kept in touch with us when my Mzee was sick. Even the day he passed on, His Excellency called me, Mr. President, akanterisumu, yansasara, yagamba n'umukekuru wanjye, yanyagira, mwene nyaramutwara mu gishogo, okumusimu mu mishoganyu, okureba ngo n'obora President yabera ari mu mingi, konka akanyuska, yuska tata, yanterra, yansasara. Ogwo mutumana wa cyabagwine, especially yabera umuntu mukuru. Mwene nijana kutwara ubwire bwingi, ningera n'ibyo umurisho umuntu ushimye kwereka no shimye kutandika kagero kwiyagamba. Konka kana nyiro ko bahereza mu gisagamba, mwebare munonga abamori katata kana kundo ruganda rwe numanyangwa akahandika katabo kabamori abakukira ubunyi mukatunga ko pejo kuyizere yagaruka yatunga ndisho muntu yakoragana nawe bahandika kitabo harubwera hako kana akunda bwera nakunda abamori mwe ntwafe ko ruganda akabera gikibaje mu ruganda rwite konka mwebare kwija kumbe ni mbare banyikira murro muriyo n'umugamba n'umuyikunda nabora national munongo mutuma kandi mureke tugume twatansa tutisha kubaba mwe nebyo bike mukama umugurusi wanjye amuhereze icyumuro cy'urundi. Thank you very much.
Aye bari munonga general ahabwa speech yo kushendekereza Mzee wawe ngwe nabwa interest yo butaterwa njura nanye munkirize platform yitwe kanise zaha kandi twenda ko siba mwera bagumisereza okureba ngo mbiyo mbuteka kandi ninyenda kushaba abe motokezera tware bode bwa nyuma ya bishop kubura aho kwa nindenzura nayo yabitamwa amani konka twenda kugisimira rahanga mwene katendereze nsima rahanga abo kugira ngo yona yabikora tukute tendereza umwana olema mwana bande Yesu neka yawe honorable ministers present, honorable general Gen.Mugira na barumuna bawe n'abanyanyako, general officers and men of UPDF, our member of parliament and colleagues, abantu bakuru mu ihanga ryitu ya Uganda mukama wita simu numwebare mwachikoraje numwebare kwija kuziko Mugabe numwebare kwija kuziko Muzeire numwebare kwija kuziko muntu mukuru omwihanga ryitu numwebare kwija kuzika ekibaje mu Rwanda rwabo rw'abamori numwebare munonga numwebare kwija kushagatara mukuru Manjeri aha burugendo rw'imyaka nkaganena na mugenzi we twaza kusimira Manjeri twena hamwe twena twaza kusimira Manjeri ntumutendereza ntumwimikize mikono aha bwenda gano yo kujifundikira tukute tendereza umureberezo wahumwire Bishop Emerita Steven na manyana kumusima echo kubanza enyonyi tikabasa kuguruka hamwe zitari kushana sama papa okuba munywani wa George okuba omwana we noyongera hakuba omuhereza ahabo kumbyasigire omwishezize akagira tukuru cyanje basika bishop namanya akanyebemberera okushaba kwanye mbwenu rangasimu kwirwa ukagabota rwire ukagabota muyihanga ukugaboroho ahabo utungi bo Mzee no mutungi hati wegenjura tumukureba twose tuyino mushana omwe no muturano umuntu wemigisa mutamanyira abishemu ategenzura yaturigira nkahika twose tuyomu omushana mwingira hanga yatuhira nkahejura nambwe no muhumure nubaza kushanga hati no kuza kwenda ngo hanga kikorege tubure kuterwa n'ijura bishop yaza kweza kubura n'ijura tiyo abahamize nge ngo umuntu ogu yabaye no mugishago munonga tere hanga mungaro munonga tariko basa kukora nshobera hanga nyabwo cyo twenda kusimara okwirwa ahabo kuzarwa Mzee notonwe being a bishop konko kuba mwana okuba munywani we nekintu kikuru munonga nyenda kusima dini wa Emmanuel Cathedral the very Reverend Canon Patrick Atinka twenda kusima na iwe myaka 3 yuwasyaha okuba omwana umukomo okuba omwana amanjeri hamwe na George Wilson twenda kubasima munonga kana ntakwenda kubatuza honyo kana nagira ngo tube tugamba tutihanga bori cyo mugisha gwa George batuburire ngiri kandi nzebe nerigira yo cyarumwe rero nabwanyuma tuze kumushendekereza ninyenda kumanyisa ahabo kubizoberera hanga yatuhereza ngo tugire kitwayega ninyenda kubagambira fellow officers of men and of UPDF generals and ministers who are here itwe nk'abanyarushere itwe nk'abazeiwe na Gen.Mugira we are proud of him not only loving his father konkana kundi hangariye haza natandikira har kuzara mwena bamwe abamwe na kundi hangariya aharengo rwa national level konka za ground oshanga kakanisa kuba kusomeramu hatarimo input church kwa yetu ina uniform zone estujwara George Wilson hamwe na manjere no basha bagenda mugira ngo azugure Lord Bishop Ogunwe Antorene kuba chairman wa construction wa Arshere primary ku tukadimorshinga obombe ko bono bwayo buro bwaraga Gen.Mugira as a nobi esente nyingi 80% eza rehabilitating rishomereri harimo mukono gwe gwabanywane be harimo contribution ye we are proud of you yabaro kunda sho kandi okamukora George was an educationist akana kunde byo bwegese yabaro kumukorera cyo mutuma gwe gurukwenda yabaro kubombeka library omazina ga family y'ikuguma ntumwijukira George yagenda konka ibyo kumwijukira ho biro bingi munonga twenda kusima kandi abo twenda kushaba hata nawo funga mukanda na ahabo kuba no bundu bona George nwabe nabikora byamu now we want you direct now ntwenda ngo yemero position ya manjeri o yemero position yawe tuterese mo twemereho wakutawesaga mureye tumtendereze shaga mayaye se neza kumbasa kebye tahane mbasa byo tukote teneza eso wange namwero nijo muntu wundi kwenda kusima ne Enos tumusimu kanso Enos tumusimu omuntu kurugaha kombeke kanisa yeshe akataho primary yo abakajombeka fitero mungaro awa former chancellor Enos yebare kundi hangari yaho nyenda kubasha bimwe abo ine center burhanga yazere muze kombeka za primary zanyu zurukubi muze kombeka n'amakanisa gumurukuruga mwacharo hariyo bunaku obara bana barabashomero ya primary washomere mu ngure bagenda bakashomera mbwenu oyeshabire kataka bakaraka primary ko kufa nyenda ko bashaba ngo mugende mugarure MP haziranga bahaireho kandi nyakumwa tumukwenda kuba boro just mukoro hoka kimwe cya kashatu izindi zona nziguma ya banka numu rehabilitating obushomero bwanyu numu boosting kanisa dero tukunda tuba proud of you ahabo kuranga bakuriza munchirize mbakire tatito mureberezi ntumusimiro ku oktor robereberezi ninyenda kusima hagati yihange ahabo kuba ni one recruiting turya washing be one recruiting wantwara bishop muhanguzi wantwara wanshomesa na papa zangu ndekeze kushoma wanyeshongoro rekeshongoro ngo byone ibiyandaganise tarabihindura and indeed tarabihindwire natuza wantuma kizuma natebekana wantuma natebekana wantahansi obuna kubwahika wansigaha nyenda kwakira umukitiyerisa yeba no kutorra izo burra abantu bawe nyiri kamasiba
cyahoyo shekiteberezo reka tuje tukitandike gihe cyo gutera imitsindo cyo kuhatika mu kireke kirwija ko bahurikije kwereta aza kukirwereta nikiba kitakenda gutera imitsindo nikiba kitakenda kuzanira mukabasima beshema abari kusima Yesu mu mitse mikono ruya tyo nisima Yesu okundi ndagatandiko mwaka nkashikaho akusendegerezo bugurusi wayito imitse mukono urukusimaranga yemerere ruya ati nisimaranga urukusimaranga tendereze Yesu Simbaranga shitame kratishabe hamwe mukamaranga ubushobozi bona tukusima wa classroom yamagaraga George tukusima abuzurizi wa majora harabazuru umushaija we harabazuru abana n'abejukuru harabazuru arshere harabazuru abamori harabazuru abatahi mukama abo mu rusugu ukendera wanyuma y'amatungo gona kendera no kujunwa mbweno nkwatse umurya kake ugambe byawo byonka ahabwa Yesu Kristo mukama wetu amina mureberezi bo bureberezo ubu Bishop Alfred na mama More amajore na family yawe ministers mwena n'abakuru b'amahe generals na officers mwena n'abantu bakuru b'injya bari aho mu Darum mbweno majore okubanza natangara Bishop yakigambaho ibirebe ntajumushana ubura naho kureba mbweno mutereranga umugaro yatense nunjya bishwere Dawudi akagira ngo kupfa kwa barukwera ba mukama no kubuguza ubwingi ya leta tente za eze kabazitaho ko garaga nawe yadomanye yateraho tente hanaje akashana kake kagaruka we kibunda mbwene hati nyo mwabaziyo family teyirikide ibirundi 10 nka send of sign bakanisa mbwene hati ranga nawe yatera mu muzinga gwe ngo kugira ngo George kaguhangire agende n'ubusingi yimanyi umuzinga gwenzurege majore ranga simwe kugira imbabazi okatera muhero ko musinguzi kandi okahwera bakazi ba mother ziniyone kumanya ngo nikibasika umukazi kuziko mushayija we batagire kumutarura ninga urubanza rutari mukoti
kugira ngo haze uwo mugenzi yagenda babaye n'urubanza umukoti majoro gumutera rumungara bakazi majore mbwenu hata bashaija kamba gambire I'm going to tell you share with you papa tazena nabo twaza kweza umwaka wo gujo ntererese mu cyo ravugana ujo ntererese mu ngambiro esimu yanjye gibashomere onterero tekimugende n'ikimena majore yebare majore ugu mazira imyaka 15 imyaka mushaje uko muhandiki y'ubureberezi kana no y'ubureberezi nibo batahi b'uburebereza aba abanyakore bagira ngo baguhira no mururu mbene imyaka 15 ejo ekindebere ekitindisa ekimajora hereziba ni kitegera bari mukazi we no mushaje government yakagwangira yemerera habejiko n'abejikuruza abana babaryaha nare bakagwagire ariyo mukama ariyo mwebembezi abo mwebembeza tinwa umuntu rwebembera nati kuba nayibembera nabana atinwa ikitindisa cyone kimwareba muri kigwa kugira ngo abana bakatinishe bo bakakundanye nabo bebare majore bebare munonga abo kuba majore atindiba mbere rya imyaka 15 ndiba muri kiko esha kandi namuhoro satiro kuzakanisa esha cyamushana kweruka no kutembana tarukumanya na kutuma humburuza tugambira bishop nyo nagenda omwamesha cyamushana yashika tindukamya ngo majore aragize atabyehereze tindukamya ngo aragize atoreba heguriya yakabada ningo reba mu draw tindukamya ngo aragize atabakoze mugende muze kugaburira umwami kaguhangire nawe yahuguka kuyahuguka abana bahuguka ebinte bingi ebirukorwaha ebifamily yekozere mpaho uwe yajya ngo mwabatende sente ngo haro babatende na 10 konkai n'amapesha garu kumire gempi yahize kasheshe kazi kai neza ibaze kayija neza abana zikayija neza America zikayija wa majoro mbene majore I salute you yebare mnongo nkayija hanko muhereza kudashyikireho kagwangire atari umuntu wakora watarkumanya yangamira tata kuyabera yumuruka kayanga ubuyabera ari headmaster ningo muramuzikazo mbwene tata kana manya kukiro kundi kumenya natatemkuru twatandika tutyo abo kuba mwana wa mugenzi we twatandika imirimo yone irahanga tubasise gukora nemwe kaguhangire yashemero kuyashemererwe yagoma nanteresimo nampika regiment nampaburasimo ekimi kikore muti ija hano nyenda kureba nanewe hagati babaze basikire korwa yakorwa bwanyuma yijajya ati nyenda ngo eze nguto zakora seziri yaha nyenda ngo yetorike gorobereberezi bagambire agire ngo uteyi bakweterera batewe izina bagire ngo n'uruguto rwanamanya nabanya ntijoje nga hati ni shaba uruguto batarunyitera ku barabariye bo kwijuka abantu bejuke murumba bejuke abakristayo bakuru nabwe n'umurumbogo bantu mwe murumbogo tinda kamureba nangwa be yahumbira mbarra ko kamurumba muri kumugamba ko birabiri y'amazima hashimiye kugira ikintu cya iterwa murumba bakajya ngumurumba gatambeke aho akakitamba buzima akakitamba mbere ati nyonye mwabaziyo hati nyumpumwiro mwako ko no kuzumba ku sita itakagiremo mubanyeterere nguto orashe to kutemenga bo yabandi mbere kamugira ati nakushaba jogi tindu kwenda kweterwa kintu kukira bani kinyeterwa raga yasima kiryanyeterwa ko ngati bo ndakate
namugira ntumanye uko ni nkeko ko yo kureretera amahuri ekagakora ekagari atakarigire mbana mbwe natugumire yabe nantega ngo arebe kundanye no mu rugo bintu tindi kumanye iki yabe nagenderere yagira ati kare nayikiriza kirere kagwangire kungire kumura yanyeta yajya titi nyine maguru no mugongo bwo kuzakanisa kusibura nabandi mbwere byokoreye ensi yawe kandi biri kushemeza uyijo mukayange gusiburiremo aho ati nyine mugongo neje yateko bugenyaha neje nadini twashangaho majore twashangaho justasi twazo mbugenyi yansibura kuyaheza bamutomotoka bamureta baretente bazihuku zeijaha yatimwere gente inakwa tempano nagikoraga abwemera umoyo korere nyabushozi mbwene nyo mu kitabo nagwa natina ntimwene giriro mugiro bw'abaroya umwejo mwana bw'abaroya beije bamkozese naterera mugira akataro mugira ntobuguruzi te yandagente ntimweno ni mwetoro ni nsima ko ganye torora ngo baroya bateje kukwata mugira tente tugibanya tukagigamba ho keka mbwe naye barejeho cyo kunzara naye baro kuntetsa naye bare okunkunda tingagira ngo ukamukunda tindagetsere nawe tindashomere nawe turarisize kumwe kuko ni musimo kunkunda kandi akantete icyakashatu no mu rugo gwatwatsize omudayise somo abantu bengi mukozere mirimo ako ibintu bari kutenda byana amanyaka akora ibiyo bitoka bibasa we kandi ngenda ko bamara amatsiko n'ibikorwa abantu mbwe no mwaro ubutu yo mwizo bariye igihugu nkayijaha yagira ati ngenda kumbe ka library ataba bimabo kureba atumbono barumaduka garishere kubaragiye muri amategabo bejo mu nkiko barabe bashome bitabo bashobore kirwezi namenya ndumene ryo giranye gushaba library koro cire mu kyombeka umwanya gwo kugita umwesheri library ya naryabo umweshori kinga hono umutari kutsiba wakata umutezi kwenda gushoma kabara yaraba itireka tugito mu primary headmaster ho turi yamugambira amuyigurire yo kwenda gushoma tahe mwashome nabana bayitu nabo babona hibashomera atunukora kucyenda nte mbera hinamanyire ugaguhanyira kantetsa yikiriza ya furura library yagyombeka umwishomero ya Shere Primary School arugahirwa biye gutaha gwazo mukacu nambweno amakuru marungi gwazo mukacu nambweno amakuru marungi irabana results za primary 7 yagaraka ya ranking na za district ya kazo ya Kiruhura yaba nambi 10 municipalities na cities honorable ministers Kiruhura district was ranked number 10 out of the cities, municipalities, town councils and districts in Uganda in PLE. And that was the effort of people like late George Kagwangire. And I think myself also. Imirimo y'abazire babo barakora n'ururimi rwabo kandi bija gumana basinga ihanga abo ko bamugira rero ubwo tarasho gero mugira torashobera rishire kashi kikamuzibara kuyo first class umulo mugira torashobera rishire kashi kikamuzibara kuyo first class umulo school makere gwabo kashobera rishire Dr. Simwe
ogobeira ati professor naho tatumya rushere ekyabere kishobere kikashoborokanisha bamukigumizemo nambweno imwe barukika Trump mbunga mbwe si Trump no musheija nikyo barukika Trump mbunga mbwe si Trump no musheija nikyo yakwatira abantu ahankomwa tumutahe buri muntu ataho wabo imwe barukugenda mugende mu ngambe rwo hariyo bishop nakusima Trump ebyona yaje tuburi muntu ataho wanyina mbwenu Trump nyoka ntamwetegereza buri muntu taho umwanya ko kubrana mwenda muze kushemeza amashomera go wanyu haro imfumu y'abatajunirwe bajya gutaho wanye sindu taho mwawe sindura taha kandi ejo niyo campaign twabiye twiri haro Mzee witu wo muri Kiruhuromo abereye no mwana Kampala parents azo mwana we ahiriye umushanje kandi kwagiye budo bamugira gubude gumere gushanje to kubasa kureke cyo rakore oco weyorone umuntu mukanisa borurengo rwa bishop no garahe guru rwarko basa kushabira umwanya umuri budo wabo ine mushanje mbweno yeja kuyande banshabira umwanya cyakire nangwa nagutunga amazima garumo kuko kandi cyishobere no kuruga kiruhura akatsiga kiruhura akaza Kampala parents mwana kaye mushanju kandi warishira kaye yitano hari umwana uyihire yitano harishire primary abari kushomeseza Kampala parents tindi kumanyana miliyoni 2 kandi abarishire 50 mbwe no warishire yasingire wa Kampala parents kazo primary tino mwana witano grade yo kubanza kazo nabana kaga na 8 grade 1 68 grade ya kabiri abana batano full stop tari umwana wa grade 3 mbweno wa kureta Trump akaba mugenya hakabajya tumura umuntu atahomwe ko ukati nyine bushobozi. Why do you waste your resources and energy? Beto vaji mugira ngo gabamarwa goka manyara transport yo kutwara abana kubahanga ngusya nabwo nubaji ngenda bagana nabwo nubaji kandi abana bareke kubara kubatamururo kugira ngo nabwo rati baza kuzomusiniye ebyasiniya 4 nabyo nibiza kwija hato mwana ngo kugira ngo azo bishop sigarizi abana shininde gakacumbiro ni shomera bishop sigarizi primary sigarizi primary n'urushere secondary n'urushere haya n'urushere ona je exposure ni agitunga terero ne yozo twareta katare ne bagona bash mbeno akwaretera Trump akabataha akabataza nayo bareka guhangire ukuyikiririzamo kumanya ngo nikibasika nangwe nito abantu sankore kutwagizire ngo nikibasika cyagira kita agamba shomero gona go kureba takiri muri shomero gutirinde grade yo kubaza grade ya kana bye you bye ugendo ze Kampala ugendo ze kuriya ne akasha tekiri muterera agabugara munonga mbere icyo kati cyumuruzaho kagwangire atwegese kintu kagwangire n'umuntu wo mugasho mbwe n'umuntu wo mugasho tumuntu korebye kachiko wakore bya wano gasiro wagasiro umuntu wo mugasho do korebye akagaruka kora n'iby'abandi kagwangire bishop yagamba bike hari binge byakoze no mu kanisomo binge munonga naratari netebeza ba bishop bona nekide kibabere bateranye mwabaziyo na miliyoni mukagezi yatsiga account zahiranye mwabaziyo nabaza ko kora rutari nakaza ho kona no kuturana gene kanisa atari kucwagomba gwe kanisa atari ku kuseturanteze guze kutera umwanya gwe kanisa kikondo nikigwa naba yaterere justice atigaraho kikondo iki naye bareka guhangire okuba umuntu wo mugasho mbwene mwebirike bishop yatwiga buri muntu aho uri ishomero rireke gutera abana abana bareke kuburaho gushitama abo ko barahangatangire ngo tugire umugasho tugirura n'umugasho yes kuko butakora by'abantu manye ngo hariho nyente karabeshema namwe naha notekwa kwebuza beshebo kunkuru rwo munsi ngahati biri speech yanjye kashake manye cyo kusasa abantu umuntu w'imyaka 9 mushanje takube nasasa abantu kuko ikimurumo nicyo cyo kusasa abantu mbene katusome byahandikira mbene Trump numuza kumugambira mugambire gw'abantu abagambire batari nei mu mutaruke nyomba gambire ubona ko bushyikire abantu kora amashomero gabo abantu kora makagabo abantu okutana babo Katso n'abakoriso yo kubanza ishuri 15 umusoro gwa 53 kaguhangire yahezo urugendo rwe yaruhenderage yaruhendera ryo mugasho majore wabe kibazo umbakazi ba mada zinyoni wabe kibazo umbanyi wabe kibazo umukanisa wabe kibazo no mbashomesa n'abana bo washomeye isi wababereke kureberaho munonga yebare munonga bena nishaba tindikumanya yabatinde muzindaro gundi na oja ira mbisho mana waba mugufu kanye waze nyuma y'abantu abakuriso yo kubanza ishuri 15 gwa 53 iyi message ne yanyu nanye twabatsigaraho Paulo aine warning yarpereza ogwa 53
nahagira hati aha mpapura 14 mumanye ngo ombiri obujunda
mbweno imwe abaziki bagenzi banjye n'abakama bita baryaha nempa mushoro abaryaha n'abana baryaha n'abakazi n'abasheja baryaha mumanye ahubwo muti yajya tumanye umanye stand warned mumanye ngogo mbiro kujunda mbiro kujunda
ushemerere kujwara
ogundo gutari kujunda
kandi
mbiro kujunda nuguha mbiro kujunda nogo kutujweire mbiro gogo kureba guturu kunywesa guturu kusiga guturu bari kutugambira dodo manya amahuri manya fruits manya biha manya yogati yogati nahatari yogati nebijuma nahibitari n'amahuri nahigatari nahigari n'amata higari nahigatari umanye ngo mbiro kutujere no mbiro kugira guta
ubujunda
baitu bwo twakwenda kukajunda ombiri ogoheza kunaba amezi na sabuni yawe ukirwa kunaba ukayihayo tawurira kwera ukagera biho kigera biho wagera biho mirundi ibiri ugashanganira guraho ndatumanye ngo mbiro kuri ajunda akatahureza tukoresa tindukamya ngo haro kuza kuzomukinabira twambaze yishure na tawuro rero zo mukinabira mwena mbanza muzo mezi munaba na sabuni mukeza mwesimura ko kator kugigaruka ho murundo rwa kashatu neba yiragwire kikumanyisa ngo hona guryagira guta guryaje umbiro kujunda gushimiye kujwaro gundi ugutar kujunda umbiro gwa Adamu gushimiye kujwaro umbiro gundi ogwa Yesu abo kwa Yesu niwe yagize ati we no rukunyikiriza ndo yakfa ari yahinduka horere kandi niwe mujigeje go gupfa aho kakitu kurabamo nawe akakirozaho ekikaguhangira rukurabamo ecyarabiremo Yesu nawe akakirabamo mbene Paulo nagira ngo mbiro gufa ombiro kujunda gushimiye kujwaro gundi mu biro gutajunda banywana banje ngenda kubashaba ngo mwijuke ngo arogundi mbiro gutariyo nagira ngo ino wafutana
tane yajya gohino wakwata wagundaga naye teisabeshin ombiro kujunda kushebe kujwara kutajunda mbwene kuturanturiya ntunywa ntwesiga ntujwara umanye ngo nojuye ko mbiro kujunda
mumanye ngo mbiri ogujunda
ombiro kujunda
ushemerere kujwara kutajunda
ushebe kujwara ombiro kutari kujunda kwa Yesu
kandi ombiro ogufa
kandi ombiro gurukufa
ushemerere kujwara kutafa
ushebe kujwara ugundo kutari kufa hashebe kuza ugundo mbiri nsibarahanga kaguhangire akahereza ekanisa yahereza amashomero yahereza gavumenti nko muramuzi ombiro gurukujunda kuko nakubwahita yagarika yajwara ugundo mbiri nanyogu najwire ebirabiri na mukaga byo kwa kashatu kinana byo mutsigaze muto w'imyaka 21 ombiro gwa Yesu
ogujunda
ogo gujunda
kuguru bagujoyire kutajunda
kuguru bagujoyire kutajunda
kandi no kutafa
kandi gujoyire no kutafa abo kwa kweza kujwara ombiro gwa Yesu oba Yesu yagambire Mariza na Mariyamu akabagira ngo we nuri kumwikiriza no buyapfa ari yahinduka burire no buyapfa ari yahinduka burire ogwatanda mushanjo konkarahanga simwe banyarusheremwe n'abanyakiruhura n'abanyayuganda arahanga simwe
otwokusingura habwa mukama witi
oterezo kusingura habwa mukama witi Yesu Kristo abo kuba no mukufa uri kuba joyiro mbiro gunda singura no mufakazi Yesu no musinguzi no mufuzi Yesu no musinguzi no mundwara Yesu no musinguzi mukama agumene imwe mukamara ngo bushobozi bwona ni kusima bwe nama yawe y'iguru yo wacurura kumanya ngo hariho imbere biri hariho imbere go kufa gwa Adamu hariho imbere go kutajunda ugwa Yesu bwe no kusima wakaguhangira wajoyiro imbere gwa kabiri n'abandi bona bajoyiro imbere go ingije ko bwagujwe ka mpera amatsiko ukagarikirwa amatsiko mbwe no tugirire imbabazi abasistwena tureke kugira imbere go gurukwaho kureka tujwara ugundo mbero gutarukwaho kandi kayo mwiru wawe ugu ube ni wagihungura hungura amajyore hungura abana n'abejukuru n'irembo ryayo ahabwa Yesu Kristo mukamwita amen.
Bene twaza kushaba aba funeral services beje balete mutuka tware bonye ko kamwemerere tubashabira umugisha rero mugende nabwo oku nahake tahango tujya kushaba family mutaguma kunwa yakura mukanisa kureka hata mwinamuke n'abake abanyabuzare muzeyo rero abantu twaza kushabiraho umugisha twabagandaho umugisha abandi mwira kutaha tukote tendereza Yesu mwa ndeleka Yesu osinge wawe rahango buri byo kwetegereza kwitwena burinde mitima yitu n'ubwenge bwitugume mitima nyarahanga kandi tukunda kandi umugisha gwawe rahango bushobozi bwona tate yitwe n'umwana n'umuyo rukwero gwohereza bukunda bugende n'abantu bawaba gube nubwo gwaza muhanda gube nubwo waba driver n'ikiruka obebe mbere mu mbabazi bashabara mu mbabazi zawe uvuge bashabare kwitobora basyo mu makagabo emotoka zitafa umugisha gwawe gubaha ruzaro rwabo umugisha gwawe gubahamagara gabo kandi gubajune umugisha gwawe gumakaya turindo kufa no kwekirwa no kushasha kwembiri umugisha gwo kutaturwaho tuwe no kuruga hati biro byona
amina
mugende no businge muze kwereza mukama
yabarenjiye kanisa ngoko bishop yabaga bene mureke haza y'abake aba family abandi twija kuzayo bwa nyuma imbasha bago ninga cyamushana tagenda mutarire ukasigaho ibyo kuriya byekeye babatebe kanisa dining nabwe icyo ukunde cyamushana abaine ibitabo bya condolence book bya A+ woro ine kitabo cya condolence book cya A+ kireta motoka mutakitwara aba family nibachenda. If you have the condolence book for A+ funeral service, please bring it to the van. Ahabo kuba nibachenda. Mwebale munonga mugahite n'obusinge. Konka kabe nimbashaba ngo mutagenda mutarire ekeje batabekanisize cyakiro kikwija kuba kirungu mwabatsigira.
Sky TV irakari abantu. Sky TV irakari abantu.
Hohoho! Umwaka mushya gwije n'ibintu bishya. Amakuru marungi ngagagatahamwe. Tandikana 2015 byo kwa kabiri. Sky TV nije kuhinduka ebeta yari West. Kandi furuchari makrista road ezo makaga yago murembe. Agine technology ya mani okuruga buraya. Manye byoma byawe nibireba ko muntu mushawo. Oyijo cyangwa cyano zona tizirahinduke azamu neza kumara bishatatano na mukaga. Zuku zero mushanju. Star Times menankaga na munana. Free to air. Not ina munana. Iwe tukurkwata remote yawe. Ujira tiche tayari West. Irakagira.
Sky TV irakari abantu.
Hohoho! Umwaka mushya gwije n'ibintu bishya. Amakuru marungi ngagagatahamwe. Tandikana 2015 byo kwa kabiri. Sky TV nije kuhinduka ebeta yari West. Kandi furuchari makrista road ezo makaga yago murembe. Agine technology ya mani okuruga buraya. Manye byoma byawe nibireba ko muntu mushawo. Oyijo cyangwa cyano zona tizirahinduke azamu neza kumara bishatatano na mukaga. Zuku zero mushanju. Star Times menankaga na munana. Free
Thank you very much. We have some very exciting news today. We have numerous fronts are being covered. Before we do that, we'll give you certain proclamations. We'll sign them, and you'll hear a little bit about them. Will, please?
Yes, sir. First, we have for your signature 5 official designations of special envoys. The first is Mr. Steve Witkoff, who's actually in the room to be your Middle East envoy.
Where is Steve? Right here, Mr. Steve Witkoff, everybody. Done a great job in the Middle East. Really great. But we'll see how it all turns out. It's complex, but I think he's going to do very well.
Next, we have Mauricio Claver Carone to be your special envoy to Latin America, sir.
Okay, good man. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have retired General Keith Kellogg to be your special envoy on Russia-Ukraine issues.
We've made a lot of progress on Russia, Ukraine. We'll see what happens, but a lot of progress has been made. We're going to stop that ridiculous war. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have designation of Rick Grinnell, to be your envoy for special missions.
I sent him to California to turn on the water. We turned it on. It was not easy because we had to go through a lot of environmentalists that are causing a lot of problems. And we have billions of gallons of water. It was on 3 days ago. You probably saw. It should have gotten a lot of press, but it didn't get much. All we're doing is giving Los Angeles and the entire state of California virtually unlimited water, which they could have done 5 years ago, which I told them they should do, but the environmentalists stopped them. And we opened it, and we did it regardless of the state. And now the state seems to be very happy. I spoke with Gavin Newsom, and he's very happy. I almost called him by the other name, didn't I? My little nickname for him. But I think they're all happy. They have a lot of water in California. Too bad we didn't have it about 2 months ago, right?
Mr. President, Rick Grinnell
by
had
the way,
a big...
that was a big move. We have, I don't know if you saw the pictures that were released of the water pouring down from the Pacific Northwest and Canada and lots of other places. And it's a pretty amazing sight.
Mr. President, Rick Grinnell had a big Friday trip as well.
He had a very big Friday trip, you're right. We'll talk about that. He's a good man, Rick.
Lastly, sir, we have a designation of Mark Burnett as your special envoy to the United Kingdom.
You know who Mark Burnett is?
Survivor.
He should be good. He's certainly done a great job. A friend of mine and very talented guy. We have very talented people working for us. I'll hold that one up because Mark gets so much television. We'll hold it up, right? He'll be thrilled to see it. He's going to do a good job.
Thank you, sir. Next, your administration has smashed records for appointing large numbers of highly qualified, capable people at all levels of the federal government. These are 28 sub-cabinet level officials being appointed to a number of different departments and agencies. Some of them are quite important positions like departmental general counsels, but these are people who have been pre-vetted and have received your approval previously.
Very good. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, this is an executive order. This charges your Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, and your Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American sovereign wealth fund.
It's a very exciting event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. We have a lot of things that create wealth, and you're seeing that over the last 2 weeks. I think we've created more wealth. Other people have created de-wealth, the people, my predecessors. We're creating a lot of wealth. Scott, maybe you'd like to say something about it, and I'd ask also Howard to say something about it.
Yes, sir. This is very exciting. We're going to stand this thing up within the next 12 months. We're going to monetize the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet for the American people. We're going to put the assets to work, and I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to study best practices that's done around the world. It'll be a combination of liquid assets, assets that we have in this country as we work to bring them out for the American people.
The extraordinary size and scale of the U.S. government and the business it does with companies should create value for American citizens. If we are going to buy 2 billion COVID vaccines, maybe we should have some warrants and some equity in these companies and have that grow for the help of the American people. So I bring all these things together. I think Scott and I will create an amazing sovereign wealth fund for you, sir.
So other countries have sovereign wealth funds, and they're much smaller countries, and then the United States. We have tremendous potential in this country, tremendous. You're seeing that, what's happened just in a short period of time. And as an example, TikTok, we're going to be doing something perhaps with TikTok, and perhaps not. If we make the right deal, we'll do it, otherwise we won't. But I have the right to do that, and we might put that in the sovereign wealth fund, whatever we make, or if we do a partnership with very wealthy people, a lot of options, but we could put that as an example in the fund, and we have a lot of other things that we could put in the fund. And I think in a short period of time, we'd have one of the biggest funds, and some of them are pretty large, I must tell you. Some of like the Saudi Arabia fund is on the large side, but eventually we'll catch it. But we're going to create a lot of wealth for the fund, and I think it's about time that this country had a sovereign wealth fund, and these two gentlemen and some others are going to work with them very closely, and they'll be heading it up, and they're going to do a great job. Two highly respected people that have done unbelievably well in the world, in the real world. So that's a big deal, huh?
Yes, sir. I think it's going to create value and be of great strategic importance.
Mr. President, why is it important for Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management and costs, and we put him in charge of seeing what he can do with certain groups and certain numbers. Some of the numbers are horrible, what he's found. Think of it, $100 million on condoms to Hamas. Condoms to Hamas. And many other things that are frankly even more ridiculous. And they're finding tremendous waste, really waste, more than anything else I think you could say. Probably fraud and abuse can be added to it, the more standard waste, fraud and abuse. But they're finding tremendous amounts of really bad things, bad spending. You've been writing about some of it, frankly, and some of the things that they've been doing is just terrible. Elon can't do and won't do anything without our approval, and we'll give him the approval where appropriate. Where not appropriate, we won't. But he reports in, and it's something that he feels very strongly about, and I'm impressed because he's running, obviously, a big company. It has nothing to do with, there's a conflict that we won't let him get near it, but he does have a good natural instinct. He's got a team of very talented people, and we're trying to shrink government, and he can probably shrink it as well as anybody else, if not better. Where we think there's a conflict or there's a problem, we won't let him go near it. But he has some very good ideas, and we have a lot of very other talented people also. We're bringing in the most talented people in the world. By the way, we just unrelated, but we have two of the most talented people in the world, the legendary Rupert Murdoch and Larry Ellison. So they are two legends in business, publishing, and probably every other. Rupert is Larry pretty much in a class by himself, right? I mean, although you may have a couple of bucks more, I don't know, but Rupert is in a class by himself. He's an amazing guy, and Larry's one of the most serious players anywhere in the world. So it's an honor to have you. This has nothing to do with you people, but they hear it. I thought it would be appropriate. I'm sure you didn't recognize them. They're all going crazy. They say, "What are they doing here?"
Thank you, sir.
Mr. President, on Elon Musk.
Is there any chance that Canada or China could also get out of the tariffs after you struck a deal with Mexico today?
Nobody's out with Mexico. We had a great talk with Mexico, and we had President Sheinbaum is a woman. I like her very much. We've had good relationships, but we have to stop fentanyl from coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens from coming in. I think we've lost 200,000 people on average a year for many years, much higher than the 100,000, could be even closer to 300,000. And they've agreed to put in 10,000 soldiers permanently, like forever, 10,000 soldiers at their side of the border and stop fentanyl and illegal aliens from coming into our country. They have a big incentive to do. Other than that, we've agreed to talk and consider various other things. We haven't agreed on tariffs yet, and maybe we will, maybe we won't. But we have a very good relationship. I also spoke with Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada, and we had a good talk in the morning, but I did ask him a couple of questions, like, banks aren't allowed to do business in Canada. Canada is very tough. Canada is very, we're not treated well by Canada, and we have to be treated well. banks are not, as an example, allowed. Did you know that? That banks, American banks are not allowed to do business in Canada. Can you believe that? And that's one of many things that we talked about, and I think we'll win most of the subjects. But for some reason, a lot of things have been very unfair with Canada. I noticed that in the first term. You deal with people, and after a while you begin to realize, like you learn that Larry Ellison's very tough to do business with, okay? He's a very tough guy. I mean, I'm sure you're shocked to hear that. But Canada is very tough. They're very, very tough to do business with. And we can't let them take advantage of the U.S. They don't take our agricultural product for the most part. They don't take our cars. They make cars, but they basically don't take our cars. And, you know, we don't need, and look, I think we're going to have another good conversation today. We're actually speaking at 3 o'clock again. But we don't need them to make our cars. We don't need them to give us lumber. We don't need them for agricultural products because we have all the agriculture we need. They don't take our agricultural product for the most part, our milk and dairy, etc. A little bit they do, but not much. We take theirs. And as far as cars are concerned, they took in a big percentage, almost 19% of the market. And, you know, I wouldn't mind making our cars in the United States, so we have a problem there. I'd like to make our cars in the U.S. We don't need Canada to make our cars. With that being said, we're going to have another call at 3 o'clock. We had a call this morning. It was a pretty good call, I'd say. So the call with Mexico went very well in the sense that they're very strong now on the border. They're going to put soldiers there. So, actually, they're best military soldiers, and they're going to be at the border, 10,000. That's a lot of soldiers. And they want to protect it also. You know, they don't want people running through Mexico, coming through Mexico to come into our country. So they're going to do that. And then we're going to talk about other things over the next 30 days, we're going to have Scott, Howard, and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, lead the delegation, and we're going to have a big negotiation with Mexico. I'll be involved too, and President Sheinbaum will be involved to see whether or not we can work something out on the tariffs.
What about tariffs on China?
China will be speaking to China probably over the next 24 hours.
Fentanyl, China, President Trump.
We don't want fentanyl coming into our country. Now, we had another big thing, speaking of China. China's involved with the Panama Canal. They won't be for long. And that's the way it has to be. Marco just got back, as you know. He's in the process of coming back. I guess he's almost back by now. And he had a very long conversation with the leader of Panama, the respected man, and some others, the entire leadership group. And we're trying to work a deal on the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal was given foolishly years ago to, it shouldn't have been happened, years ago to Panama, like Jimmy Carter and the group. We lost 38,000 people building the Panama Canal, like one of the great wonders of the world. It's the biggest job we've ever built, the biggest project we've ever built in this country, dollar-wise and every other way. 38,000 people died, Americans, all men, just about, laborers and construction people that went to Panama. The mosquito got them. Between mosquito and snakes, we lost 38,000 people. It was the most expensive project ever built by the United States. The biggest, most expensive project we ever built 110 years ago. If you bring it up to now, it would have been the equivalent of $2 trillion. The most expensive we ever built, and we gave it away for $1, okay? We gave it away essentially for nothing. And we either want it back, or we're going to get something very strong, or we're going to take it back. And China will be dealt with. And we didn't give that to China, we gave it to Panama. We shouldn't have given it to Panama, but Panama, as you know, has violated the agreement, totally violated the agreement. So that's in the process right now, but they did have a very good meeting with the head of Panama.
But in terms of the tariffs on China, Mr. President. On China, could you say your current thinking about whether China should be forced to pay reparations, both for fentanyl deaths and the million COVID-19 deaths?
I talk about that, but they do have tariffs. Honestly, nobody. The amount of money that was lost and most importantly, the lives lost because of COVID is not something that anybody could ever even imagine. It's probably $60 trillion, and all the countries in the world don't have $60 trillion. The amount of death and the amount of destruction and the amount of money lost is probably $60 trillion. I had it figured by people about 3 months ago. It figured out. Nobody knows what the real number is, but it's almost an infinite number, the damage done. But I have not discussed that. What I have discussed is we'll have some good meetings with China. We have meetings planned, and we'll see what happens. But that was just an opening salvo. If we can't make a deal with China, then the tariffs will be very, very substantial. Okay, I'm going to sign this one.
Sir, this is, you've obviously made making America healthy again a key priority of this administration. A key component of that is obviously heart health. This is a ceremonial proclamation declaring the month of February to be National Heart Month.
Okay. I hear we're doing very well with nominations. We'll see, but it looks like we're doing very well with nominations.
Mr. President, have you been involved with calling senators who had some concerns about Tulsi Gabbard or
Thank you very much. We have some very exciting news today. We have